I would say so. We've successfully broadcast a game of StarCraft.
Yeah.
So we're killing it. And the game is pretty interesting. I would say that this is a great place to satiate your I want to watch Brood War, but nothing's on. But we actually do have some pretty good matchups coming up. I actually think our next one is fantastic. Kicks.
Yep.
Why don't you show us what it is?
Starting us off, we're going to have Eriador here. Now, Eriador, our Norwegian hero, he's been around since the dawn of time, very possibly. I know he was there when StarCraft was conceived, but he's basically been in the scene for as long as anyone can possibly remember. He is said to have taught Artosis as well, according to one of the Pylon Show episodes. I can't remember which one. But, I mean, Drone is just an amazing player. He's got a 53% win rate. That is with 8 wins, so that's not too shabby. He's here again in Season 2, and his opponent is going to be Dreamer.
Yeah, Dreamer is one of these. I hate lumping all of the Russian players together because you've got guys like Lancer X and SPX who are just like absolutely totally insane, and then there's actually just some random dudes out there. And so I'm always like, it's a big question mark for me. It's like which category do I put these players in? Because I'm not as familiar with Dreamer. We did see him a little bit last season, but I was not impressed or horrified by any of his games.
Yeah, I mean, Dreamer didn't really show us too much, so it's kind of hard to go through, but he still did play a decent number of games. His ELO, is relatively sort of in the middle, but he's still around 63 overall in the STPL ranking, so kind of cool to see how he's going to do here against Eriador as we go on to our next map, which is going to be Carthage 3. Now, Carthage 3 is a relatively old map, 2009 from the MSL. Really, really fun map. Looking forward to getting into the game, really. But I would give Eriador the kind of edge on any map, just because he has been around so long. So it'll be kind of cool to see how Dreamer can deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, Eriador was watching this game or this map when it was being played by pro players, and it's another map that does have neutral buildings, but they're only right in the middle. There's basically there's a very long, narrow way to get straight towards your opponent's base, but it's not like a straight path. You have to kind of weave a little bit there. It is an interesting kind of map because you do get like your natural expansion with all that the goodness, but you also get a third base which is relatively well protected, just because of the way the map like snakes and winds and stuff. Yeah. So could actually see a little bit of a longer game here, but it is only a 2-player map, so all of those crazy rush proxy shenanigans are definitely possible.
Yeah, so let's get into the game. It's Eriador versus Dreamer here on Carthage 3. A huge thank you, Sugo, for the $20 donation, man, if I'm reading that correctly. I am really bad at reading things, but that means a hell of a lot.
$25.
$25. Thank you so much, man. Means a lot. And starting us off here...
I can now buy 5 sandwiches for that.
Starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have the orange Zerg fighting for red. It's Eriador.
And his opponent in the bottom right-hand side, playing for aSh. This is the Russian Protoss player, Dreamer.
Okay, now I know you were saying you think the game could go on a little bit longer. Just to zoom out in case anyone didn't see my preseason map introductions here. Part of the reason for that is it's actually quite difficult to just straight up go and kill your opponent. If we have a look from Dreamer's base, as a matter of fact, it's probably able to do it from Eriador's base here. Eriador's more likely to be aggressive, but you have the natural, then you have a path to the middle, which is blocked by these 5,000 health temples, which we saw in the last map. So the only way through is over these 2 small bridges, well, they're kind of like land bridges, I guess, with the ramps. Or you can go through the side bases as well, which is 2 small ramps as well. So Storm is incredibly good on this map. It makes it increasingly harder and harder to break through the longer the game goes on. So if you're going to see some aggression, it has to be early here.
Yeah, I would say proxies, like I mentioned earlier, are pretty popular just because it's very difficult to scout all of the possible proxy locations. I would say the most common proxy location is the third base, but it doesn't have to be. It could be whatever you want it to be. The sky's the limit. I've seen proxies that are at the natural expansion, but that's a little bit easier to scout. Although if you cram them up against the like either in the corner, actually I don't know if you can fit a building there, but if you can also proxy the main because it's actually
Yeah.
a very large main and you don't scout most of it.
Yeah, it's quite difficult, especially early on, to try and seal the main in this map, and it's kind of weird in the fact there's not really many maps like it anymore. But there is just so much buildable area that Protoss, especially, are going to have a much better time here, just because they'll find it a lot easier to fill their gateways in.
Yeah, it actually is kind of weird when you try to build anything anywhere other than your main. It's like, well, where do I put this stuff here? Because it is, yeah, there's just like so much terrain. The map maker made a simpler version of this map and then was like, what if I just put more? Just like cliffs and random stuff everywhere. Very well populated map. And I'm not sure how much of that is artistic and how much of that is just, them having strategical ideas here. Oh, Zergling's trying to block the probe. Of course they can't stop it from getting into the main.
Well,
But it is
as we
to
all
scout the
know,
gas timing.
they grease up the probes before they send them out, so it makes it a little bit harder to catch. Now, one of the funny things just about like the Korean pros at the moment is Bisu was complaining the other day, I think on stream, that Zerg players can seemingly catch his probe a lot easier now. So that's kind of funny. Because Bisu's probes just kind of never died before, so people are kind of catching up.
I will definitely say that there was an era of pro play back in the, well, especially like 2002, 3, 4, like that kind of era. Like this is when Nada's like being a badass and winning every tournament and stuff. Like there were some fundamentals that pro players just were bad at, just very bad at. Maybe that was one of them. Maybe like muta control was another one. Some of the pros were very bad at like macro, simple stuff. But when you look at nowadays, like even just your average like S rank player on ladder is just going to be so good at just the tiny stuff. So you don't get as much stuff for free anymore. And I'm glad you pointed out that Hydra Den kicks because that's the direction we're going.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be 3 hatches into a Hydra Den. We're not going to see sort of 9734 or anything like that because we do have a lot more drones. Eriador is a lot more likely, I would say, to play much more straight up. Like if you saw the BSL the other day, another player similar to Eriador, I would say, is Erlingho, because he's been around for a long time as well, and they kind of... Like, Eriador definitely does play with a more modern tint to his style, but he definitely plays super macro heavy. He's a big advocate, if I remember correctly, of having 2 Evo chambers quite early, and you just kind of go for these big armies of Zerg units. Now, Dreamer did go Citadel first into Stargate, so we are going to see Legs very quickly and the Corsair. And that's going to help because he is going to need to put a little bit of pressure on because the third base is actually the lair here for Eriador. So he knows that that is likely going to be a point of contention and it could be under attack.
Indeed, it could be. I'm just waiting for any realization of what the build is going to be to come out because wait, has
Lakaden.
Eriador... Yeah? Oh wow, okay.
Oh, Aspect even.
Has Area... Yeah, has Eriador scouted Dreamer at all yet? He's got that Overlord at the front, obviously, but...
Yeah, I think that's
he's been
the
able
only
to get
scouting
anything.
he's been able to do.
Yeah.
Can we check? Yeah, he hasn't seen inside the main. I mean, realistically, when you're Zerg against Protoss, there's not really too much Protoss can do to you if you're playing super comfortably. So we already see Eriador's got his Sunken Colony up, and this is going to help against these Zealots.
Yeah, it sure is. Let's see the Zealots start running in here. I don't know if just brute forcing your way in is the answer. Obviously with Zealots, it's kind of what they do. But I mean, the SimCity is not terrible, and there's already enough there to defend, especially when you consider the Sunken. So yeah, just being annoying, catching a few units like out on the map. The harassing Overlords, not business as usual here. Although he is taking quite a bit of damage here on this Corsair. so you don't really want to lose that, although he is. Wow, that's not exactly great. He doesn't even finish killing off the Overlord. But he
Oh,
does
yeah,
kill quite a
wow.
few Hydras.
He does. Looks like Ariador's actually going to save his other ones by switching them into Lurkers, which is going to be really hard. There's going to be no Robo for a while here for Dreamer, and these fast Lurkers basically make any early aggression impossible. I know it looks like he really wants to try and deal with that Lurker Egg, but he is going to give up on it. Now, there's not actually that many units back here to defend the natural, so the Zealots are going to get in.
Yeah, and they're going to start focusing down this Sunken. Sunkens do not have a lot of HP. It's only 300. But I guess a lot of those Zealots were actually pretty heavily wounded. They still kill one of the Sunkens, and there's a lot more. Wow, this is so many Zealots. I highly underestimated the number of Zealots that could be coming across the map right now. You're going to kill off the second Sunken. There's no Lurkers here. It's only Hydras. I think he actually only has one Lurker.
Yeah, this is going to get quite dangerous. You can see another Overlord goes down as well for Ariador. He's using drones against Zealots. That's not a thing you want to do. There's no speed on the Lings either. So, I mean, these drones are all that's keeping Ariador alive.
Yeah, wow, he does kill a lot of drones, a lot of drones. Even though now there's a Sunken, there's some Hydras, he killed so many drones. He has so many Zealots just rallied across the map. Now, obviously, this is a big commitment for our Protoss player. He's going to lose everything, so at the end of the day here, okay, he doesn't kill the second Sunken. At the end of the day, I'm not sure if continuing this aggression is worth it, because obviously you can just go to the third base instead. There's just nothing there. I mean, there is one Lurker, but you can run past the Lurker or just kill the drones. Like, you can just kill the drones and the base still does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Ariador did build a lot of drones before, but one thing I noted during that engagement was Dreamer actually misrallied, so his units were getting stuck on the temples in the middle. So just imagine if those Zealots had got there a little bit quicker. That is going to be one of the problems with, especially if you're playing this map for either the first time, or sort of you haven't played it too much in practice, or you've not played it in many years. Like, you are going to have to learn those kinds of things, but these players are going to have 14 weeks on these maps to learn those, so the more we go on, the less mistakes there's going to be.
Yeah, of course. And not that there's a ton of mistakes right now, but I think it's just about the refinement of play and of builds. Because a lot of these maps do require, like, builds specifically for these maps, and that's hard to do if you are playing on a map that's not in the ladder pool.
Yeah, now we do have the 4th hatchery on the way. Sorry, this will be the 5th one, because there is 2 at the 3rd base here. So 5 hatchery, no hive coming in just yet, but we are going to be on triple gas here now for Ariador. Or double gas, actually. I thought he already had his gas on his 3rd, but you can already see the drone count has swelled up. But look at the amount of Zealots that are running across. They've got 1-1 as well on their upgrades, so this is a massive, massive bonus here, and there should be an observer on the way with it as well.
Yeah, so even the Lurkers are not going to be able to save it. And here we go, trying to break through. Not actually that great Sim City. You need like an Evo chamber here or something. And you're right, the Observer is going to get there. Obviously,
Zealots are doing, well, they're taking so much damage from the Lurkers, though. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they will be able to kill off the Lurkers, so even though there's more coming in. Let's see if he focuses the Lurkers down. Actually going for the Hydras instead. I would have targeted the Lurkers, but if they get a chance to burrow, they will be able to start dealing damage. Oh no, having to stack up on top of the Lurkers to kill them, that's not the way you want to fight them.
Yeah, that was so much damage from those Lurkers early on. Ariador's done a really good job to be able to defend this. I think, yeah, he transferred his drones away as well, so they all survived. Only really losing a few Lurkers for that many Zealots is massive, and the 3rd base is only just now on the way for Dreamer.
Yeah, this is a big commitment. It always impressed me every time Protoss players do these gigantic Zealot attacks. Like, wow, this is just really hard to stop. You're just killing a lot of stuff. But you are also sacrificing doing anything else. You're not getting a ton of tech. I mean, I guess he does have tech, but he's not building anything with it. You're not expanding. And at the end of the day, you know, you can't really do anything with any of those minerals, like build pylon walls or bases or these big, you know, concepts out on the map. But now he stopped building Zealots, can actually build buildings again, and that's what he's trying to do to set up this 3rd base.
You know, it's kind of funny we've stabilized a bit in this game, because obviously Ariador's taken a lot of damage early on, but he's been able to drone up really, really well. His drone saturation is really amazing on all three of his bases. He's got his tech going, third gas is coming up, he's got his double upgrades going as well, so he's going to be keeping it up at least the best he can with the Protoss, who's also heading into 2-1 upgrade soon, so that's going to be pretty big. There's still not that many gateways though, only 4, 5 and 6 are on the way now, and we're going to start to kind of settle a bit in this game.
Yeah, well, let's not. Yeah, I guess we are. Okay, I was thinking, like, you know, Storm, like you said earlier, is very, very good on this map, Kicks. Especially when you go across these little up-down ramps through the middle. You just sit on top. They're way better than the pizza wedges on Gladiator. You just sit there, and that's like the only way that your opponent can get to you. Now, it's symmetrical maps, so you can always go around the other side. And that's kind of what we're seeing here with the Hydras trying to come around here. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see these morph into lurkers to try to defend. But speaking of defending, you do have to defend Ariador. There are
oh,
quite
that's a
a
good
few
storm.
storms here. And observers, so you're not going to be able to just use a couple of lurkers to hold on. Now here come the Hydras fighting from the high ground. But
Oh, the storm!
Very good at that. Another one comes off, but it's not quite as good. High ground, though, is pretty sick.
Oh, and he's going to trap him in with 3 lurkers. This is pretty good as well.
He doesn't have any more storm. No, what a time to run out of storm. Look at these lurker spines. Oh, terrible, terrible damage Kicks.
Yeah, one of them... Oh no, I thought he actually held a lurker underneath one of the overlords, but unfortunately he didn't do that. But that's a lot of Dreamer's army going down again. And I mean, yes, he's going to save his Templar here, but you can't keep throwing away your units like this as Protoss. Ariador definitely got a good trade there.
Yeah, this time he's trading with a good economy. Before he was trading with a bad economy, so obviously that's a little bit more even. But if you're trading with a good economy, then you feel a little bit happier about that. So now, Ariador not only is going to be able to get back to mining at that third base, but also hit that fourth base timing as well, which is going to be just gigantic. Obviously, it's mineral only, so it's not terribly important, but it does allow you infinity Zerglings. So
not only that,
start to be pretty good.
It gives you a really good staging ground for the center of the map. Like, if you have this middle kind of wedge, it kind of goes the whole way down the map. If you can break those temples down and you get Sunkens pushing further and further towards it, all of a sudden that is going to be a place you can't go through, and it kind of gives you the perfect positioning to cycle around the whole map. Like, we can see Dreamer has been kind of moving to the right this whole time, but if Ariador holds the middle, it's going to be a lot harder to do that.
Yeah, for sure. The middle is such a huge, not like choke point, but it controls your ability to move to the other side of the map. So you do need to respect it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and you can already see Ariador is pushing further forward with Sunkens. This is going to also open up the ability to get this 5th base a little bit later. The first of the temples is down. And I mean, Dreamer may want to destroy the other ones as well, but maybe he's just trying to leave himself with a little bit of a choke point. The 4th base coming up for Dreamer as well, so this is a big moment. Can he do the damage he needs to do to kind of stifle Ariador for a little bit, or is he going to be in a lot of trouble?
Yeah, only one lurker here. What? It's dead. Doesn't want to lose the observer to the Sunken colony, or the Spore colony. A lot of Zerglings streaming forward. There actually aren't any Zealots in this army. So Gateway exclusive army without any Zealots. That's only Dragoons. And there are High Templar, which are doing their job there.
They both died to Storm.
Yeah, he stormed his own High Templar, but good kiting. The stutter step control on these Dragoons has actually been very good all game long. The problem is that it's only so good. Like, you will lose Dragoons to Zerglings eventually, and there are so many of these guys coming forward. The Dragoons are going to start to pop one by one, and that means that Dreamer once again has lost his army.
Yeah, and Dreamer's going to be in trouble. Like, he needs more Zealots. He's got 2-1 upgrades going now, which is good, but slowly but surely this Hive Tech is going to come in. I think Hive Tech is actually done now, so I believe Adrenaline might be done. Oh no, he's only actually just starting it, so Hive must have just finished. But just imagine that engagement just then if the Zerg had Adrenaline. Like, that would be a lot more dead Dragoons. Like, none of them would have survived there, I don't think.
As is, I'm pretty sure all the Dragoons are about to die again once this big clump of Zerglings on the high ground over here comes around and starts fighting. Now, there are a couple more storms, so obviously that is going to kill the Zerglings pretty quickly. But he does have to get there. Where's our Storm? Ah, there it is. Actually, double Storm just to kill Zerglings, which is maybe not... I mean, it's efficient, but... I mean, it's effective, maybe not efficient. There we go.
Yeah, the funny thing is, this is like the last sort of moment in this game you'll see a building not die to Lings, because when Adrenaline comes in, those Lings just do a crazy amount of damage to buildings. Now, looks like Dreamer is still feeling pretty comfortable with his army. He's going to push forward, make sure there's no 5th base coming up for Eriador, and he's got scouting going on the right side of the map as well, so he should be fairly safe. Now, when Eriador starts to get Swarm in, that's going to be when things get a little bit harder. Suddenly these bases with a load of cannons in aren't going to do anything, and that's why we now finally see this Reaver transition coming in. He's going to have, obviously, Storm and Reaver, and all of a sudden those Lings aren't going to do too much. And 2-2 upgrades are done for our Protoss hero.
I do think he needs to get Reavers online, or at least Archons or something, because the later the game goes, the more... the Zerg has an insane unit advantage, and you have to have Splash against Zerglings. I mean, Protoss has a lot of units that can do Splash, but it's about the timing and your ability to use them. So right now, for example...
Well, the 4th base is in trouble.
Yeah, Cracklings are murdering this base down here, and maybe it'll get cleaned up here pretty soon. I mean, there's one Crackling left, so that can kill everything. But
yeah, luckily enough the Reavers come in now.
Yeah, and with that Reaver, I think he'll be okay, especially if he wants to put units to wall off at the high ground, at the ramp that kind of guards the base. He should be a lot more stable down there. But, I mean, this map is very easy to split map on, and so you want to have an advantage by being able to control an additional base. But what base is that going to be?
Yeah, now we can already see that Eriador is trying to take the right. Obviously Dreamer is taking the left, but Dreamer does have the advantage of that extra gas that Eriador is struggling a little bit to get at the moment. Now, if he can get some lurkers over there with Swarm, there's not really going to be anything that Dreamer can do to push through that, at least while he's got such a Dragoon heavy army. The second attack upgrade for our Lings are coming in soon, so that's going to be 2-2 on the Lings. There's 2 Carapace obviously, and 1 attack on the Hydralisk too, so here we go, the first Defilers are done, Consume is nearly done as well, and that's going to be the major sort of pushing point here for Eriador.
So let's see when Eriador wants to pull that trigger, because right now, even though there's a huge supply lead for Dreamer, it doesn't really tell the whole story, because obviously the Zerg player is going to suicide their units in over and over again. Now, one thing that might stop that from being necessary is Dark Swarm and Plague and stuff like that. The Defilers are out, they're juiced up. I guess we actually only have 1 Defiler, but there will be more, and that's going to make it a lot better. Actually, there's 2 Defilers. He's going to have to use that. He's got a Defiler at the front. There's a lot of Zealots there. Oh, nice Plague. Hits almost all the Zealots.
Yeah, that's a massive deal. Health, of course, on Protoss units does not regenerate after Plague, so suddenly these Zealots are a lot more squishy. Obviously, they do have a lot of shield, but they also have more health than shield, so Zealots suddenly become a lot harder to use.
Yeah, and you can't just sit them in the map or on the map in a giant ball, because you're just going to get plagued like that. Especially if the Defiler count gets a little bit higher. Yeah, exactly like that. 1 plague right there would basically end the game.
Yeah.
But look at what's happening on the other side of the map. A huge hit, and it's almost completely unscouted here. Eriador just going to bop this 9 o'clock base here. There is, 1 storm. Oh, it looks like there's a second storm as well. But can he Dreamer rotate quickly enough to save it? He's got a bunch of Archons.
There's some Reavers here as well. The Reavers are going to be the big deal. If he can get the Reaver Scarabs off, it's going to do so much.
Okay, you're actually right, yeah. The shuttle with these 2 Reavers is actually going to be the new hit squad. And I guess you need some observers with that too. But this is how you run around the map saving and killing bases right now, which is kind of cool because it's very proactive. It just looks really sick. Oh, I thought this was a permanent Archon attack at the southern side of the base, but it's a cannon warping in. I'm like, okay,
oh, yeah, that would be weird if that was like an Archon like bugged out or something.
Yeah, or if it was just an Archon that never completed making. He's just going through like an eternal puberty.
Okay, that Hero Zealot was on 4 kills and he just decided to like end it all. He ran through all the lurkers in the middle of the map for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this guy's a veteran. This is how we support our StarCraft veterans picks.
Oh boy, 4 DTs. I really want this to be for Dark Archons, that'd be so sick.
Dark Archons would not even be bad, but I believe it's just to spread around the map at this point. Maybe
Yeah.
get 1 or 2 Dark Archons, because Maelstrom is very good against Zerg at the later stages of the game. Because what's about to hit, and actually it's on the way, is the Muta tech switch. So once you go Mutas to Sci-Pi Templar, you need Maelstrom to lock them down. Otherwise, you have to storm your own units, and that sucks. But the other thing that you should also expect against
Oh, it's Great
Eriador
Aspire.
is, well, not only Great Aspire, but Queens are on the way too.
Eriador is so good with his Queen's usage. Like, a lot of people think that Queens are only really good against Terran because obviously Spawn Broodling is so good against tanks. But if you can do it against Templar, it's just insane.
Sorry, I had to turn the stove off real fast.
Ah.
I realized I left that on. That was probably pretty bad. But anyway, defending the base, is it possible? The answer is yes, because just like STPL does, Reavers does too.
Okay, it looks like the Corsair's going to try and go in and kill some of these Overlords, flying directly over what they need to do, but Drone is just too clever. Eriador, building a spore colony at every base as well, knows that the possibilities of his Overlords dying is very, very important, so he doesn't want that happening, and he's not going to lose all his drones to DTs, more importantly.
Yeah, I mean, that's the bane of many a Zerg player, but you're right. The big thing for me is that he still hasn't taken his 6th base. Like, what, okay, there it is. The drone's just now taking it right now. Nice. Good timing there. But this is actually such a slugfest. Both players just consistently, continually trading out their armies. But I love the DTs, because DTs trade so cost effectively. You just can't have Overlords chasing Zerglings around the map. That's not what happens. So if you try to backstab, oh, here we go. Here we go. Where's the Queen and Snare? Yeah, there it is. But it only catches a couple of the DTs. Several are still Cloaky Boys. So really good usage, though, because now those DTs are going to be almost useless.
Yeah, the important thing to know if you don't know how Ensnare works, because it's not really in many games, Ensnare does actually reveal cloaked units, and it affects air units as well. So those observers are going to have to be more careful. The DTs obviously, I would say, have to be more careful, but they do about 1,000 damage, so it's not the biggest deal. But you can already see Drone throwing down more Ensnares, and just overall doing his best to try and deal with this army. And so many links coming in from multiple angles, and Guardians as well. Drone is just building everything.
Wow, this Guardian timing is insane. It completely crushes the Protoss army, and Dreamer has heavily over-probed here. He has so much supply in just probes. I'm looking at his army, and it's like scattered across the map. This is like the rebel forces after the Empire Strikes Back. There's not really any one big group of them. They're just kind of everywhere. And that's really good for Guardians, because now nothing can kill them.
Yeah, it's crazy, because usually like the Protoss would have at least a few Corsairs saved, but where he threw them away trying to get the DTs in for some damage, there's absolutely no recourse for this. Obviously Dragoons are coming in, but Eriador's doing a really good job. I mean, these are 3/3 Dragoons, but you can see how quickly they're dying. It's just insane.
Yeah,
this is what he needs. Storm is good.
On the Guardians. I mean, they kill off a lot of the Dragoons, but losing Guardians are so expensive, so expensive. Plus, it takes building time of the Muta and like morphing time as well, which is a lot faster for Power Rangers than it is for Guardians.
Yeah, but morphing time isn't so popular for Guardians. Now, one thing that you don't often see.
There are even some episodes, to continue this shitty meme, of Power Rangers where they needed to morph so fast that they almost skipped the morphing time altogether. They just like fast forward through it. Some of them, they literally just play it on fast forward. And I'm just like, why didn't they just morph instantly every time instead of having this long protracted morphing sequence? I don't know. But I wish Guardians could do that, because then I'd win every game.
Now, the kind of crazy thing about how this is working is we don't barely see this, but Eriador's actually mined out his first 2 bases. He's almost mined out his 3rd as well. He has managed to take the base over in 10 o'clock, and obviously the Reavers are doing a good job, because Dreamer is going to have to try and secure the middle. But there we go. Looks like we do have some Guardians over here. They've not done too much damage as of yet, but they are going to be able to take down these cannons, and still there's no recourse for this. I hate to say it, but he needs scouts. Like, Scouts legit would be good against the Guardians right now.
And the queens too.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the scouts would get played.
Oh,
Or not
Parasite.
played, but ensnared. Ooh, that parasite's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the scouts would get ensnared eventually, in theory. But you're right. Anything to deal with
Plague?
these guardians.
Oh, that's such a good Plague as well. He even misses the Parasited unit.
That's crazy. Wow. Is there anything Ariador can't do? Well, with this economy, probably not. I mean, he's still down in supply. This is one of the sickest slugfests I've ever seen. It's so rare that a game goes on this long and is this close. Both players have taken every base on the map, and they're
the Corsair's going to go down. He's focused the wrong Guardian. There's a Guardian with 10 health and it's not going to die, and the Queens are coming over.
Dun, dun. Here we go. They're pretty low energy.
Yeah,
so
they're not going to be able to do anything, unfortunately, but they just look cool.
So because of the way that Zergs take hatcheries and bases, they mine the map out quicker. So for instance, right now, there's about 50 supply of drones that aren't doing anything. It's more like 25, but you get the idea. There's just not a whole lot left to do. And I think Ariador is actually going to mine the map out faster. So in theory, oh, nice Scourge on the Corsair. But in theory, if the game goes longer, Dreamer's units will be more cost effective. Let's see, is there still a oh yeah, there's this Reaver down here.
Yeah, there's one Reaver.
I think it's about to have a lot more kicks.
Yeah, it just killed so many units there, and I mean, we do finally have this cleaned up. The trouble is, Dreamer did take this side base a lot sooner. It has been under constant attack pretty much from these Guardians on and off, so this is going to be another load of dead units, and he has no unit that can deal with the Guardians. There's 2 Guardians here, and it's going to take out the base.
Yeah, that base is pretty dead by now. I mean, it will eventually be pretty dead. But there are a few Mutas here as well, and Queens. Look at these Archons, man. Hero Archons getting underneath the Queens here, but they're not actually killing them. So, yeah, those Archons could actually do really, really well. Okay. Huh?
Oh, ensnare.
I love the panic poop and snare. It's like, oh no!
It's
Yeah. The Archons just play the brown noise when they come up to the Queens. But I mean, all the bases are pretty well defended, and Ariador at this point is starting to think about the big picture, right? He's just thinking, okay, well, where do I need to attack? Because he's not using his units effectively. There's a ton of like random Guardians around the map. There's a ton of random Queens and unburrowed Lurkers, and he could put everything together. But right now, he's kind of throwing away a few units here and there. Oh, he's going to try to suicide on the Nexus and take it out. Oh my god, Cracklings deal so much damage, Kicks!
Yep, but the Reavers do more. Does he have the Reaver upgrade? I can't tell. He's just built something.
Oh, he split the Zergling off to tank the Reaver Scarab so that it wouldn't splash to kill the second Zergling and give it enough time to kill the Nexus.
Okay, he does have the
How
Reaver damage upgrade. Now, the one benefit, I guess, for Dreamer is that base is almost gone. He needs the gas from there, though, because Storm, the longer the game goes on, Storm is going to be more and more important. And just imagine, with all of these Guardians that have been killing everything, he could have stormed them. Now, the issue he's got now is he's got an Archon that's, or he's got 2 Archons that are parasited. And that just gives Ariador complete vision over this entire army. And he's going to send in everything.
I mean, he's gonna have to wait. What Protoss units does Spawn Broodling work on? It doesn't work on Archon.
It works on Templar, I know for sure.
It works on Templar for sure. I think that's the most important usage of it in ZVP. Because you don't really see Queens in ZVP all that often. Usually it's a ZVT kind of thing.
Yeah, and even then it's a rare thing. It's almost like a thing you only see against mech. But when we get to see it, Ariador, of course, King of Queens. So, I mean, he's got a good sitcom named after him. We've got Guardians coming in on this gas, and this is going to be a problem. I guess the gas is depleted now, so realistically...
How have really not made any scouts this game? Like, scouts are so good.
Against A, yeah. And I mean, he doesn't really have anything that can kill them either, so...
I mean, I guess if he's strapped for cash, I can understand. Because he has 6k minerals with 0 gas, so...
Oh, Plague as well. Ariador's Defiler usage has been really good this game.
Yeah, I think these Guardians are honestly going to be what wins Ariador this game, because Dreamer has never built a unit to counter them at all.
Yeah, he kept building Corsairs, but he just kept losing them. Even like sending them in one by one. He's got a Corsair over here at the 9 o'clock, but it's just not moving in. I mean, this base is about to mine out. Dreamer's going to be at 7k minerals by the end of this base, and all he's going to be mining is minerals. He's not going to have any more gas. So, what's he planning to do? Just build mass zealots? I mean, that's his only option. And they don't shoot guardians.
No, they don't. I think this is going to be the end of everything. The Reaver goes down to the Guardians. This base will eventually die to the Guardians, and thus to everything else because they killed the Reavers. And even though it is mined out, you're right, Kix, it's about the gas. He needs as much of it as he can, even though the Geyser's depleted. He's going to lose all of these drones, or probes rather, but that doesn't really matter. He does have a pretty sizable army in the middle of the map protecting that mineral-only base, but once again, it's mineral-only.
Yep.
So you can't really do a whole lot with that, and that is... that's going to be pretty rough to deal with eventually.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing he can really opt to do that may be quite useful... Whoa, what the hell was that Scarab doing? He needs to go, like, mass Reaver. He has the money to replenish Scarabs. And this Reaver's got 33 kills rapid, I'd just like to point that out. This is a valiant Reaver. It's on 1 health now as well, thanks to the Plague.
Wow, the little Reaver that could. Somewhere Snow's Reaver senses are twitching. He knows that somebody's getting close to his record.
Oh, there's Reaver harass at the 9 o'clock bit.
No! Oh, not anymore. Thanks, Kix.
Yep, cast a curse. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have one more attack possibly from Dreamer here. He doesn't have that many units. All his bases are mined out. So this is such an epic game. But another Queen coming in. Oh, it does the. Oh my god. He can actually just broodling everything now, I think.
Yeah, I actually think you can't really build Templar anymore because they're just going to get Broodling. Yep, there we go. So no more storms for you. Yep, Broodling. And, that's free real estate.
Yep.
I don't know, man. He's running out of gas. He can't build... I mean, he could build Infinity Zealots. Why isn't he switching into, like... Okay, he is switching into Mass Zealot production, but he doesn't actually have... You know, if you think about a normal Protoss game, especially versus Terran, you're going to have a bunch of gateways. He actually doesn't have a bunch of gateways. He has 6 gateways. That's it for everything.
Yeah, and I mean, the only option he's got, the thing is, Eriador is going to be mining out soon as well. He has to try and get, like, the perfect engagements. If he can somehow kill all of Eriador's army and take that base in the 3 o'clock position, maybe he has... Thing is, even then, he's not doing that badly. He's still got a 7k bank, so...
Yep. I mean, what do you do with that except build Zealots? It's like at this
he
point,
needs to build a Nexus and get this gas. Like, this gas is the most important resource on the map for him right now. Because otherwise this Queen, look, another Parasite on another Templar. You can't do anything about that as Protoss. That's it. And a Plague.
Oh,
it gives you vision over everything.
Oh, gosh. That's so bad. Now he's...
Oh, Broodling. Oh, my goodness. 2 Broodlings.
You might as well, like, ensnare the Zealots there, too, to just make them totally useless. And
yeah.
somehow you get a Devourer to hit them as well, so they have all 3 kinds of colored goo on them.
Oh, that'd be so sick. But Devourers unfortunately can't hit ground, so...
Darn.
Need to be an air unit. That's cool. There's a shuttle we can do with that. Oh my god, even ensnaring the Reavers at the back as well. Eriador just coming in from so many different angles now. This is the final bastion of hope here, and this... Oh my god, if this Lurker just shot these probes, it would have so many kills. There we go, 2 kills, 10 kills, 8 kills in a single spine. Oh man, poor Dreamer. Eriador's done a really good job here.
Wow. Well, I mean, I think eventually the game is going to go to Eriador, obviously, because he's still mining at this point. I guess both players still are, but mining gas is...
But the Reavers are doing work, man. This is summon. Oh,
I mean,
okay.
It sure is, but
not
you know
anymore.
what's also something, Kix? Having units. And one of the players doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah, it's funny. We start the game with Zealots and Dragoons versus Hydra, and 35 minutes later, or 36 minutes later, we have Dragoon versus Hydra again. And, I mean, this is the final mining base. He's trying to hold on, but he's actually got nothing that can kill Guardians, so... These Guardians are going to go down, the Reavers are going to go down as well. Nice storm, and the Guardians are actually dying. The Dragoon's doing a really good job there, but there's just so many Hydras everywhere. This is crazy.
Yeah, and eventually the Hydras will win the game. I mean, can you really say it's the Hydras though? Those Guardians, man. Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, the only thing that could have made those Guardians better is if they spawned 2 Broodlings whenever they fired.
Like Swarm, or like
Yeah. I mean,
I love whenever Kix watches StarCraft 2. It's just like, wow, these Guardians are way better than the other Guardians.
to be honest, I'm kind of thinking the opposite after this game. These Guardians are disgusting.
These Guardians are actually just completely ludicrous. Well, anyway, this base is gonna die, Kix, and with it, the sad Protoss dreams of Dreamer. There's that Les Miserables song, I Dreamed a Dream, or whatever. Well, the dream is about to become a nightmare, Kix.
Yeah, and I mean, he's trying to run away with all those probes to try and get some extra gas. His base is going to go down. He's unfortunately not been massing enough. Another ensnare going down on the Zealots, making it impossible for them to really go and do anything. I mean, Eriador's almost mined out of his other bases as well, so I don't think Dreamer has a chance here, but like, he's got 3.5k minerals worth of Zealots in him, so if he can get 35 Zealots, he can't actually deal with a single Mutalisk, because it's actually becoming a Guardian now, just for good measure.
I think if you have 35 Zealots, you don't really care about a single Mutalist. But,
yeah.
I don't think he'll ever have 35 Zealots, and even if he does, the Zealots will be plagued, so good luck with that, my dude.
Yeah.
Another plague, just in case.
He already plagued them before, they're all on like 1 health anyway, but he's like, nah, I just want to be careful. I mean, Dreamer's done such a good job this game, but Eriador is king in these kinds of crazy games, and this game's a good example why. He just makes use of the entire Zerg arsenal to slowly whittle down his opponent.
You could say he's queen in these entire crazy
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
And now we're going to see the infinite Zerg swarm rally across the map, because unlike Protoss, the units that Zerg can build with only minerals are insane. So now we're just going to watch everything die. So this is the sad moment of being a Protoss, but also it feels pretty great to just watch Zerg units flip.
Yeah, I mean, Dreamer, I think he's thinking, well, Eriador must be like running low on money now, so he's microing 2 Dragoons back. GG! Dreamer taps out, and Eriador, after 40 minutes nearly, takes game number 2.
Wow, that was game number 2, Kix. Holy.
Yep, that was crazy.
So that puts us at 2-0 for red, right?
Yeah. Now, one thing I will point out as well, as we're going into Game 3, I obviously don't know the outcome of Game 3 yet, but I had a poll with all the teams because I wanted to know what they thought, because at the end of the day, this is their games. I did ask if they minded if, like, maybe if the series were going longer, if they wouldn't mind if the games are skipped. What we're going to do is we're going to do what we did in Season 1 as well, and we're going to cast all the games because they said, well, people want to play in the games and get them casted. So that's more than fair, and I'm happy to show some more great games as well. So we'll have a quick little break here just to sort of rest our voices after that 40-minute game, and we'll see you guys very soon.
I'm about to overload my aggression inhibitors.
Tsugi tsugi to hirogaru personal computer ディスクシステムの世界。ブリザードエンターテインメントから新しい冒険を試すことができる RTS ゲームの発売が決定されました。最初は人類から取り寄せしたテラン。バイオニックやメカニックやいろんなユニットでプロトスとザーゴをぶっ潰されます。でも気をつけて同士討ちも可能です。抜群技術力があるプロトス。もし友達がいない場合、プロトスがおすすめます。あなた方の透明人間が卑怯ですが、ぜひ使ってください。そして怪物のザーグ。君の実力はナンバーズ。敵を圧倒してください。ミュタリスクコントロールもガンガン使って勝ってください。応援してくださいね。
Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear launch detected.
Hey, how'd I get here? Ah, what the hell? I need that college money.
And here we are with the final of our STPL Season 2 map deep dives. This time it will be Multiverse, the map from the most recent season of ASL, that's Season 8. An amazing map with very different games possible depending on the places where you spawn. If you spawn in close positions by ground, the fact you can block the map in half is not as nearly important, and the rush distance is quite close. But if you spawn close by air, drops are going to be very, very powerful. And if you spawn in cross positions, splitting that map down the middle and turning the map into an island map may not be a bad choice. Now there is island bases in the top right and top left defended by those installation gates. That means workers can get through, but no other unit can. So drops are going to be important to take those out. And if you do take center map control, there are bases in the top left and bottom right as well with gas to supplement your economy. Next, we're going to be looking at our second and final 3-player map from STPL Season 2. This map, Neo Outlier, is actually one of the final pro maps ever used in the Kesper era. It was used in the final season of the SK Planet Pro League. An amazing map. Very, very cool map features. It features a low ground main. There is a very small choke leading into your natural. A little bit further away, there's actually a third base, which has 2 entrances. One is a small ramp, which you can block off pretty easily, and the other is a choke, where there's actually high ground over it, making it a little bit easier to defend. That is actually blocked off by a mineral initially, so you have to drop something up there if you want to use it offensively, or you can mine that out and use it defensively as well. An amazing map feature. There's actually temples blocking off some semi-island bases on the left hand. Hello everyone and welcome back to the STPL. We're here for game number 3 of Red versus aSh. Now, it's kind of hard, or kind of crazy to say that we're nearly an hour and 20 minutes into the cast and we've only done 2 games, but that's the power of Eriador. 40-minute game.
Also, PVZs. Ugh. Also, what was that map? Carthage 3?
Yep, Carthage 3.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see a lot more games like that. Pretty easy to split map, and there's no like off-center bases, like bases in the middle or bases that's kind of ambiguous which player gets it. So I'm looking forward to it, Kicks. But coming up, what's our next map?
Okay, so we'll go into the players first, obviously, but the 2 players we're gonna have. Let's actually have a look. We're starting off with Red. It's going to be Horitos. Now, Horitos didn't play too many games in Season 1. He's back here in the start of Season 2. He beat Logan, who we saw in game number 1. That was a long time ago, though. That was in... Oh, that was actually in March this year, so I guess that was still a long time ago. But it's kind of cool to see him back once again. He actually lost against Radley previously. He played a TVP against him on Fortress SE, which Radley won with some insane strategies. And you know what? That's who we're going to see for aSh as well. aSh is... sorry, Radley... We had like a player quote thing, and the one that Radley sent me was most successful nukes in STPL, 10 in one game, built Mass Wraith and Valks in TVP, and the only person who has won at least 1 game with every single race. So Radley is a pretty big boss. Really awesome to see him here on the aSh side, and he's also helped me a lot with the background stuff, so huge shout outs to him.
Yeah, no, Radley's a monster. But only primarily, I would say, because he does like this crazy stuff that it's like it's almost offensive when it happens, because everybody like signs an agreement when they play Brood War to just not do certain strategies, and yet here we are. So I'm excited.
Yeah, the best thing is this map coming up right here fits Radley's style perfectly. It's Desperado. Desperado, the main features of this map is the natural does not have a gas, and that's because the main has two. And if you're going to play a super tech heavy style like Radley does enjoy doing, so stuff like nukes, stuff like ghosts, it's a lot easier to get away with it on this map. You can tech up so quickly, and the only path of attack is really the main ramp or sort of air. So depending on the spawns, like imagine you spawn in horizontal positions, you can float a command center to the other main and suddenly you've got 4 gas and you only have to defend 2 ramps. That's insane.
Yeah, that is super insane. The one build that I see used all the time on Desperado is Scout Rush, because you have twice as much gas and you can actually tech to it pretty quickly, or deceptively quickly. So I remember I lost a game to that, then I also watched a game in Pro League from, I have no idea when. It was like 2008 or something, where a player scout rushed on this map, and I was like, my man! Because this map is designed for shenanigans. Like, you don't give your opponent, you don't give a player 2 gas in his main and not expect him to do something wacky with it. So, especially because Radley's playing on this, I don't know what to expect. It could be those cloaked Wraith Arenas, but who knows?
Well, I guess there's any way we can find out. Let's get into game number 3. It's Radley versus Horatoss here on Desperado. Okay, and starting us off here in the top right hand position, we do have Radley.
And also kicks die. And his opponent is Horror Toss. Man, this map just looks so much like fastest maps, Kicks. Like, it's just like, we're going to give you a main with just everything. Also, the split minerals. I really like that. I wish more bases did split minerals like this.
Yeah, I guess there must be a reason for it not doing it, but it's kind of cool. And I finally stopped dying, so...
Okay, good. I'm glad you're alive, Kicks.
And in terms of clans, Fusa, this is aSh versus Red, so you can also see it in the player names. It's red.horatoss. Oh, Dreamer. Yeah, it was ash.dreamer, sorry. Or ash-dreamer. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what shenanigans we're going to see out of Radley here. The last time we saw him in TVP, it was against Bonneth in round 4. He went 3-port Wraith or 4-port Wraith or something, Wraith Valk against Bonneth's carriers. The one problem I think Radley may have had, and you know what, I'm going to spoil it, he actually told me he spawned in vertical position, so he couldn't do what he was really planning to do, which is what I mentioned beforehand. So Radley had like a hidden strat, but unfortunately he wasn't able to show it fully off. But let's see how he can kind of adapt and do something else, because I mean, Radley's shown us pretty much every unit that Terran can make in pretty much every single matchup as well, so it'll be cool to see what he's going to do here.
Yeah, well, I mean, as much as I'm watching Horror Toss, I flick over there every once in a while, I'm like, yeah, he's building probes and stuff. And then I flick back to Radley, I'm like, okay, my dude, hit me with it. What do you got planned? Obviously, it's too early to tell really what either player is doing, but both builds are super standard. It's nothing crazy on either side.
Yeah, now the sad thing for us is that, well, I think it may have been, I can't remember what position we put you in, but one of us is going to get taken out by Horatoss down here, because Horatoss is going to want to take that base, and the poor Stasis Trail is going to go down, and I think that may have been me on the right. I think you're on the left, so maybe you'll be safe.
Maybe. We'll have to keep an eye on who dies more, you or I, over the course of the season.
Yeah, this is where they send us for killing esports. Like, you didn't realize this, guys, but we've only just got out of these jail cells. We come out just to cast.
Yeah, Kicks, I'm so sad I can't make stupid jail memes because you moved.
Yeah.
That was a big highlight of STPL for me.
Well, the funny thing is, I'm going to be moving my desk at some point, and there's another door behind where the desk is going to be. But this is to like my boiler cupboard, and the door actually looks nice. It doesn't look like someone's picked like a random piece of wood off the street and just like thrown it up against the wall, and it kind of like blows in every once in a while. But we do have a factory, of course, coming in for Radley. Still at 1 gas for now. Sort of a expansion isn't necessary as such, but it looks like Haratos is going to go for 1 anyway. Get those extra minerals in.
All right, now, has either player taken their second gas yet? No. And I think this is something that is kind of interesting because you see 2 gas and you think of gas as a rare resource and you're like, ZOMG, yeah, the gas! But it's actually really expensive to get it because it takes, you know, the minerals to build the extractor. You have to get three workers that could be mining minerals to mine it. And it does slow down, you know, everything else that you're doing, unless you're going for a gas-specific strategy. So I'm just waiting to see like what the build is going to be, because neither player has done anything that really indicates what their tech path is going to be.
Yeah, now Radley's not going to see anything. I mean, Haratos only saw the fact there was a factory. There is a command center coming up for Radley as well, so he also wants to go for those additional minerals. But going back to what you said about the second gas, it's kind of funny in the way that every single build is based around either expanding and then getting the second gas, or staying on 1 gas on 1 base. There's not really any builds that have been mapped out properly to just go 2 gas on 1 base, so...
Yeah, except for Scout Rush.
Yeah, Scout Rush, 2-port Wraith as well is very good with two gases. Now, Radley is on one factory, and he's already started a Starport Rapid, and you know what Starport gives you access to?
Valkyrie.
Well, it does, but it also gives you ability to build a science facility, and the science facility gives you the ability to build ghosts, and there's an academy coming up as well, which is another requirement, and the second gas. I'm calling it, there's going to be ghosts.
Your crystal ball is broken, okay. There's no possible... Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean...
This is going to be so stupid. I'm ready for it. My body is prepared.
I see Radley and I just expect ghosts. Like, it really doesn't matter what the matchup is. Like, I was watching him stream the other day, and he actually had an incredibly good TBT against Terra on Fighting Spirit. And the amount that Terra was kind of scared looking around for all these nukes that were pinging off everywhere. He's like, what? Oh god, I mean, Terra won in the end, but it was such a close game, and the nukes just made it even better. Like, it was such a good game to watch.
Crazy. Ugh, beautiful. I love it. So let's see, what are these Dragoons doing? They're just soft containing out here, nothing really to write home about. And importantly enough, these mineral patches are 16 minerals, so you can't just like send 1 worker to mine them out. The only thing that I guess is going to happen is both players sort of staking their claim, putting their Terran and Protoss flags on either side of the map, and getting their 2 bases up and running. But I still haven't seen that Ghost Academy kicks.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Terra actually lost that game. That's something I can't remember, but it all came down to the middle base, essentially. And Terra he couldn't deal with it. Now, Radley has gone for a Wraith. This is Radley's style. I mean, he is only building 1 so far. Oh no, he is building a second, so there's going to be 2 Wraiths. That's how we start to add up. And there's actually going to be double armory at the natural, making use of that double gas.
I'm waiting for it. But yeah, I think that is what we're going to see. I mean, 1 Wraith actually gets you a lot, because you can stop shuttles and get scouting information and cool stuff like that. But it also tells your opponent, hey, maybe there's the potential of having a lot of Wraiths. So right now we do only have that 1 Wraith, and it hasn't really done anything. And we don't have any additional starports being made, so yeah. I think it is just going to be that, just like 1 or 2 Wraiths.
Science facility, or is this going to be depots? He just sent out 2. It's going to be depots, I think. Oh. Nope. Okay.
Nah, I was disappointed too, Kicks.
Oh no, there it is, natural. He's going to build it as far away from the observers as possible. I respect that.
That's a good call. Wow. Okay, yeah, so here it comes. And also, here come these 2 Wraiths. I guess these are just the shuttle sniping Wraiths, but, I mean, there's currently no shuttles to snipe, so Good
Yeah.
luck with those, my dude.
And Horotos knows how Radley plays, has already built 2 cannons in his main mineral line. He's like, no, no, I'm not dying to Mass Wraith. That's it.
Got him. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
And Horotos is scouting around for hidden bases as well. I'm really excited to see what's going to come out this science facility though. He's built it in a way he can build an add-on. And I'm keeping an eye out. I want to see the add-on come in. That's going to be the next big moment. I mean, obviously neither player is really attacking each other. This scouting pylon is going to go down, but you can already see all the Dragoons coming up to deal with these. I mean, that's not going to be good. Oh my god, he's going to use the tank from his main. Yeah, you can actually... the space between the mains is actually so small. You can actually put a tank there and start attacking stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. How good are tanks? Aren't those just the best? Ugh, so cool. I would have gotten way more girlfriends in college if I had just built tanks. Like, it just makes you sexy. Look at that. See how he built the tank and then he put it somewhere and it killed stuff?
Yeah,
Ugh,
it's a good skill. It's a good skill to have. And Radley's trying to sneak an SCV out. I mean, the funny thing about the way this map works is neither player really needs to push. So we've got a third base coming in for Horotos down here. Radley did manage to get the SCV away, so I wonder if he's going to try and hide a CC somewhere. And now we're finally going to start to see some vultures go out in the middle of the map.
This is really interesting. These are the best 10-minute vultures I've ever seen, Kicks.
Yeah.
But to get map control, or even just make sure that your opponent doesn't have a 4th base, they're going to be super good for that. I just want to see him plop down a command center at the other main. I mean, obviously it would be difficult to get that up and running unless he like used the dropship to put, you know, SCVs over there. But
yeah, there is a
potential.
There is an island here as well. So if he can take this island, he can probably defend it relatively easy with the wraiths and the tanks from before. He does have double dropship now as well, I think. Yeah, there we go. Double dropship coming in, and he's actually going to ferry over into Horotos' base. But at the meantime, Horotos is going to be the one taking the island. This is not something I'd normally expect in a TVP.
Yeah, what? Why would you take this island? Wouldn't you take the other one? I mean, I guess he wants to use it as a staging area to harass the Terran base. And I would say especially this map is very good for carriers, too. Because there's just a lot of area where Goliath can't reach.
Oh, these mines. They're buying so much time.
Yeah, here we go. Mine's actually doing a great job buffering.
Oh, the observer going to go down.
In the front, all the observers, can they escape? Yes, both of them get away with 1 HP.
Okay, this is going to be one dead gas though if he can push forward, and he just keeps bringing units over. This is going to be so difficult for Horotos to try and deal with. He's going to bring everything over now. The wraiths have actually gone down, but he just can't get units on top of these tanks. He needs his shuttle and it's idle.
Horotos has no zealots. He's got 1 zealot. Okay, now finally 2 zealots come up, and what do? Kicks? They explode every single mine.
Yeah.
Baller.
Okay,
and he has to unsiege one of the tanks because the zealot got on top of them.
Oh man.
Man, how good are zealots?
Yeah, they're really good. Trouble is, Horotos has lost so many units trying to take out this drop, and there's more units being ferried over now. It's just a never-ending push. Oh, finally we see the shuttle is actually going to be used here. There's still no add-on, it looks like, on the science facility, so I'm not going to go back here, but there is double Stargate, and it's Scouts! Rapid, I nearly called you Radley.
Yes, it is Scouts. I'm super excited for this. Scouts, maybe not what he needs right now. I would say carriers could probably do better, but I love it. Scouts are amazing.
Horotos isn't mining from the 6 o'clock base either, so he doesn't have the benefit of the extra base. I don't think he ever sent any probes over.
What a stupid thing to do. Take a base and never use it? Like, this is your 3rd base. You're supposed to be up a base on Terran. Okay, well, that's obviously subpar. But hey, it's great when this Vulture shows up and can't kill any probes.
Now, Radley has been spending a lot of APM on his micro here, and it means his upgrades are actually behind. He doesn't have 2-2 on the way yet. This 3rd base, I mean, luckily enough, he didn't send probes down there because this is going to go down. And Radley's kind of dominating the position here. Now, Radley has seen the 3rd base in the island here, so he's just going to have to try and get some units over. But if these scouts actually start doing something, I mean, he's only built 1 so far. He can't really do anything against his opponent, and Radley's about to go up to 4 gas.
Yeah, once Radley starts powering off of this upper left-hand base, And it's not going to be very good for Horatoss. Although he does have double shuttles up here with a ton of zealots, so that's going to clear out this little Terran drop up in the upper right-hand corner of his base. But look at this rally from Radley. Say that 5 times fast. He's got so many units streaming down to the 6 o'clock base that one's going to be shut down, guaranteed. And then where do you go?
Radley's going triple armory. Is he going to add air upgrades as well? He's actually going quadruple armory. He's going to go double air upgrades as well.
He had them?
No, I don't think so. He's got 1-1 and he's upgrading 2-2 that's only just started as well. So he knows what he's doing. Is he going to go BCs or something? He's going double starport behind this. So he's going to have 3 starports.
But is he going to scout the scouts?
Well, I don't know if he's actually managed to... I mean, he's going to see one now with the mines, so this is a little bit of a weird choice to push in like this. Oh my god, the Zealot's eaten so many mines. They could have just gone in the shuttle and been fine, but...
But the scout is the BM unit. It's going to run into a turret and die, except that, wow, scouts have 1,000,000 HP.
Oh, it's still going to die! Oh!
Deceptively.
Oh, it died.
I was disappointed there. I thought for sure it was going. But everything else here for the Terran's going to die. So, I mean, this is a really good cleanup from Horatoss. He actually did a remarkably good job taking out all the mines and the Terran units. Now he actually is stabilized on 4 bases.
Well,
3 bases.
Yeah, 3. He doesn't have the 4th base now, but, I mean, Radley's going up another 2 factories. There is actually just triple Wraith production. Wraith Cloak is coming in as well. No starport upgrades as of yet in terms of the armories, so they'll probably start spinning soon. And look at Radley's gas bank rapid. He's got 1.5k gas, and there's a tank being dropped off in the top middle.
Isn't there just? So it's gonna be mass cloaked raids for the closer from Radley, and I love it because it's gonna really shut down this heavy shuttle play. You can chase scouts away with it too. He does have more scouts, by the way. But the thing is, scouts pwn raids. They just completely destroy them. It's not.
Corsairs are better though, so he is switching into Corsair, which isn't necessarily a bad choice. Like, Wraiths stack up so much, and they're light units, so Corsairs just rip through them.
Yes. So the reason I mentioned scouts beating them is because there's single-digit numbers of raids right now. Obviously, once you get up to control groups of raids, yes, Corsairs will pop them out of the sky. But I keep looking to see. 2x2 Kingdom was like, please tell me this replay is broken. I'm like, I actually have checked for that multiple times during this replay, because sometimes things just don't make sense. Like, units will just go somewhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they're there. But hey, there's more Terran units back on the map, doing what Terran units do, and then breaking through. More Zealots, though, kind of standing still AFK while the rest of their Zealot Padres die, so that's not great. And we're starting to realize that, oh wait, by the way, Horatoss has no units.
Yeah, Horatoss, I think he struggled a little bit dealing with Radley's, like, mass dropping everywhere. He's got Wraiths attacking his island base now. The cannons did manage to save it, but he just doesn't have the kind of units or control that he needs to deal with Radley. Like, Radley is all over the place. Oh my god.
Drag! That was good.
Yeah, that was a good mind drag.
And as is, he could actually just clear this with scouts, but he's not using them at all. So, oh, here we go. The one lonely scout. Is that what it takes here? Is that what it takes to clear it?
Now,
I think it might take 2 scouts.
Yeah, they do 8 damage, so it's going to be a while before they kill them. They actually do, I think, the same amount of anti-ground damage as Wraiths. Yeah, they do. But scouts actually do more air-to-air damage by +8, in fact. So, Charles does go down over on the right-hand side. Radley's doing a really good job.
I'm waiting to see the D-Web for tanks, but he hasn't actually researched that yet. Oh, he is going carriers. Okay. I thought that this is the first time in my life, Kicks, I've thought that the fleet beacon was for D-Web and not for carriers.
Or scout speed. I thought it was for scout speed, but
too.
Yeah, the problem is going carriers against someone who is already going 3 starports is not the best choice. Like, Wraiths, I mean, yes, if you get like a critical mass of carriers and you can keep the observers alive long enough, then your carriers are going to kill everything. But Radley is so good at sniping observers when he scans that, I mean, it's just insane.
Indeed it is, Kicks. Well, I mean, the first few carriers are about to pop here. They will have the interceptor upgrade. So, I mean, they'll be able to produce all their interceptors. But what was that stat you were telling me about how long it takes to get a carrier fully up and operational with 8 interceptors?
It's about 5 minutes, I think.
Sheesh, that is
Yeah.
quite the amount of uptime. Wow. Okay, so so this game is going to be about Hortos getting carriers and then probably not being able to accomplish anything with. I don't know, because there's already 7 raids out, so obviously those are pretty good at dealing with carriers, especially when they cloak.
Yeah, no, I mean, the one benefit that Hortos does have is he does have this island base that rates. You know what? This island base could be a massive difference in this fight. When you get carriers, like, if you keep them over this island, what on earth are the rates going to do? Like, they're not going to be able to go in. There's so many cannons that
That's actually a really
you just
good
can't
point.
deal with them.
The amount that these bases are defended is actually pretty crazy, but it's because, keep in mind, like Hortos thought Radley was going to do something super stupid early on, so he really locked down his bases. I guess that's going to pay off because of that. Where are those nukes, man? That's the way you break it.
Well, he doesn't have anything there, but he is going double. He's actually going quadruple upgrade now. +1/1 on his air is almost finished. Hopefully +2/2 will start pretty soon after. Still no add-on on the science facility is so disappointing to me, but you know what? Radley can't build everything at once. He's already got mostly everything else. But here we go. This is the race versus the Corsairs, and you can already see just how much damage these scouts and the Corsairs did. They've already taken down all the wraiths.
Wow, what? Oh my god, they died instantly.
Yeah,
That was not even close.
That was really unfortunate. Now, Radley is still building triple wraiths, so he does have a good number of them still, and Radley does have pretty much every base on his side of the map that matters. His obviously 12 o'clock base is just coming up. The other bases aren't too important, but with the wraiths dying, all of a sudden these carriers are going to do quite a bit of damage. There's no Goliaths.
Wait, what? How did he not build any Goliaths? He literally had Goliath. No, I guess, wow.
He's got wraiths. Why would he need Goliaths, man?
4 armories. Oh.
Oh, there is
Okay,
a D-Matrix. D-Matrix on the Wraith. Let's see if this can do something. It's going to try and...
D-Matrix Wraith. That is the first
Oh my
time
God.
I've ever seen that.
These scouts do so much damage, and they take so much damage as well. It's crazy. Make these units
mean?
viable, and the game will
They
just...
take so little damage.
Yeah, they take so little damage. Well, they kind of take so much damage to actually kill, is what I mean. But yeah, it's the carriers are going to get away. The Goliaths have started to come in. I mean, Radley is up 50 supply still. Hortos still hasn't retaken his bottom base here. So he needs to do something. I mean, he doesn't have his third gas mine either.
I think Hortos was just going to be like, all right, I'm going to build the units and do the thing. And now he did, and now he's like, wait a second. That actually worked, so I should try to play the game at this point. Kill either Kix or I, okay? Kill one of us. Like, put us out of our memory.
Out of our memory.
I got it eventually, Kix.
Yeah, he's a powerful guy. He can erase people's memories.
Oh my... Dude, stop with your stupid memes, Kix. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Okay, well, the carriers are coming in. There's absolutely nothing that can deal with them on that side of the map, at least. But there is a load of Goliaths, a lot of science vessels as well. Still no add-on Radley. I'm very disappointed, but
Yeah.
you know what? It's still only 2 carriers. Like, why has the carrier count not gone up?
That's a wonderful point, Kix. I also was wondering that, except for that I didn't say it. So you'll never know if I really was. Carrier goes down, though, and that's obviously subpar. The control on these carriers is not great, and also there's... what a strange game. I've never quite seen... You know how you see 2 armies, and you think in your head, okay, well, if these armies fight, this is kind of how it will go? I don't know that. I don't know that, Kix. We have carriers, but there's only 2 Goliaths on the other side. But then the 2 Goliaths kill a carrier. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's what's going to happen there. And then you've got just pure Dragoon killing off tanks. And I'm like, well, that's not supposed to happen either. And then you have scouts, and I don't even know what the scouts are going to do. And now you don't have scouts anymore. So I feel like Bradley's still killing it. But also, why is this game...
Oh, cover ops. He's doing it.
Why? Oh my... Okay, alright. Alright.
There's gonna be nuclear silo at this 12 o'clock base. Watch this. I can see it. Oh my god, he's actually just flying right into cannons now over at the island because he's so far ahead that he can just manage to do this. Now, need that nuclear silo Radley even. That's what I
I
need.
don't know why Horatoss is attacking right now. He should be getting 12 bases on his side of the map and
Yeah.
just macroing on this incredible tech that he has. Because the problem, his gift is his curse, right? Is he really killing cannons with rays? He does have an entire control group of rays. This is so stupid, Kicks.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. And Horatoss is going to be down a base again. He's actually adding more cannons on here. But they're not defending the mineral line right now. Now, the funny thing is, Radley has been kind of foregoing ground units, so Horatoss can't die. And that's why I feel like if Horatoss had just gone for the other bases earlier, he'd be in a good place. Like, he's sending his carriers in, they're gonna die. Like, this is another 2 dead... Oh, okay, 1 dead carrier because cannons are broken, but that's fine.
Well, what's truly broken is, yeah, using rays to fight cannons. Like, that's the broken decision making there. But no, I'm actually kind of confused about that as well. Why are you like this? But at the same time, eventually this game becomes a game about economy. And why is Horatoss so afraid of building nexuses? Like, eventually he built another one down at the 6 o'clock base, but he didn't take the gas there, Kicks. He's building
Yeah, he's only
carriers
just
and
got it
scouts,
now.
and he didn't take the gas.
Horatoss is just broke. Like, that's his major problem. Like, Radley has taken another island, or he's taking the other island, should I say. And his production and everything is just going to be ridiculous. Now, is this going to be a nuclear silo? I believe it is. Yes, it is, because Radley
yes,
is
it
going nukes as well. Because why not? Like, just
mean,
build everything. You know what he needs to do? When he gets the Ghost, fly the covert ops away and build a BC as well. That's it. Get his physics lab. Let's do it. We got so much money.
Oh, nice. Actually, so that's the way it works, right? You don't have to have the covert ops attached, right?
I don't think so. I think you only need the... Perhaps you do, actually, but regardless, once you've got one Ghost and the nuke, you don't need anything else. You can just fly it away.
A dream. No, because like when the designers, you know, when Mike Morheim and friends are designing StarCraft in its infancy, the point of the nuke is to break entrenched positions. We almost saw Nada do it to Larva when he qualified for ASL. I thought oh man, I wanted that more than anything, and it almost worked.
Yep.
In situations like this, that's how you do it. You just nuke the cannons, and I mean that'd be a great way to do it. Either that or BCs, but you know, one or the other. Oh, he is doing it. He's making the physics lab.
Where's he building the physics lab?
The production tab? I don't know.
Ooh, production tab. He must have another science facility somewhere. I am blind as to where that is, but yeah.
Where is this? Oh, okay. So he built it. If you go to like the main.
Oh, I found it. Yeah.
The physics.
Oh, he's
lab
going
in the
Yamato
main.
as well in triple BC. Radley's just going for ultimate style this game.
Nice.
Okay, the observer dies in the 8 o'clock position, so the race could actually cloak and kill all of these dragoons. I just feel so bad for Horatoss. Like, if Horatoss had just taken more bases earlier on, then he'd be in such an incredible position right now, but he just hasn't been. And look, another carrier's gonna go down to rates. That's it.
Like, he's 70 supply up. He can literally just like, I don't know, if this were, you know those chessboards that like generals use to position armies to show army movement? If you ever watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Napoleon is trying to illustrate how he's going to control these armies, and he just takes his little like thing to push the units around, and he just sweeps the entire thing off the board. And I'm like, yes, that's what Radley could do right now. He could literally just clear everything off the entire board, just kill everything because he has a million supply and also battle cruisers with Yamato. So like, come on, dude, like we've got precious airtime here that we have to show commercials through.
Well, one thing I'm looking forward to is seeing where this ghost is going to pop out, because he's got the nuke, but I can't find a ghost, so... Well, there it is. Look at this ghosty boy. He's killed so many observers as well that it's going to be really difficult to actually detect this, and he just killed another one. So,
oh my gosh. Well, it's all part of the plan. You don't expect Protoss players to be, or Terran players to be killing observers so that they can use cloaked ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, Haratas is still valiantly fighting. Like, he doesn't want to give up. He knows he's got 2 possible bases. He's not building probes over there, though. He needs to. He needs to start mining. And he needs to take the bottom left. Like, if he gets the bottom left, it's another 2 gases, maybe. He can draw the game on, but...
Why is this a thing you have to tell a pro player? I mean, we're using pro by STPL standards, but still.
Well, he's a foreign pro player, so... Well,
that's true. That's what
essentially. Yeah, I mean, he's getting the Nexus.
The pain of this existence to end. I am a casting Mr. Meeseeks, okay? My existence is pain, Kix. I need the games to be short and sweet.
Okay, well, luckily enough, we've not been hit by the 6-minute curse today, but there's 3 battle cruisers, and if we zoom out a little bit, there's double ghost.
60-minute curse, Kix.
Now, the scary thing is I'm worried I'm going to miss the ghost running along and getting all the kills, so I really, really don't want to miss that, so I'm trying to keep my eagle eye on the minimap. But Radley is going to kill whoever this nerd is in this stasis prison over there as well. He doesn't like this. They're like the other 2 casters that kind of don't get bought out very often. Maybe it's Doc Holiday and Naoken. Doc's already dead and Naoken's about to fall right now. Yeah.
Sorry, Doc. We love you.
Yeah, sorry, Doc, but Radley doesn't like you very much. He wants the extra minerals, because the more minerals you have, the more nukes you can afford, so...
There's no possible way that he mines his way back into this game, right?
I don't think so. He doesn't have enough probes. Like, if he had a lot more probes, maybe.
Yeah, like... I mean,
oh, dropship. Oh, he's gonna nuke the base with all the cannon. Oh my god, is he gonna drop behind? Because you can drop behind... Yes, he is. Look at this. Look at Radley.
Alright, here we go. Alright, where's the dot? Hit me with it! Did he forget to make a nuke or something?
Nuclear launch detected.
Oh, nope, there it is!
Okay. I'm just going to keep my camera on this nuke, because this is literally the only thing that matters right now.
Oh, he's gonna EMP the Nexus. Oh, he's got the science vessel. Yeah, there's the EMP. EMP the Nexus.
Boom.
Oh, dynamite. Oh,
there goes the BCs.
He's gonna Yamato the Nexus to kill it. Oh no, he's just gonna kill it with the BCs.
No, he's getting him out of the cannons. Oh my god, Radley with the ultimate style points.
What a monster.
And there's another ghost with another nuke somewhere. There's actually 2 Marines in the middle of the map. Like, these guys, they're like, oh wait, yeah, we were actually in the bunker the entire time. Well, I guess it's time to die.
Yeah, it's like, well, our job as a Marine is not complete unless we throw away our lives for nothing.
Yeah.
There's my social commentary.
Okay, Ghost coming out. He's gonna nuke the only other mining base on this map.
And never change, Brood War.
Have you seen how many probes are at this base as well? This is like the vast majority of his mining. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. He nearly killed the ghost and then somehow it didn't die. How did he even see the ghost?
Yeah, ghosts take half damage from like almost everything. It's crazy. They're tiny boys. But yeah, now we get to watch what you would normally expect to see in a PvT. Every Protoss unit dying to every Terran unit. So GG, wow! What a game! Oh,
GG, man. That was a sick game. Like, I know a lot of people like, well, that game went on a long time, and yes, it did. And Haratas did make some questionable decisions, but you know what? Radley cleared it with style. We didn't get to see the second nuke, unfortunately, but Radley adds to his tally of being the only Terran to actually have nuked in the STPL, and now he's up to like 11. So, yeah, I mean, is someone going to try and beat Radley?
I mean, I guess they will try, but will they be able to without getting nuked first? That's the question mark.
Yeah.
And this game gets a thinking emoji out of 10 for me. So I don't know what do you say about that? I'm just like, wow, he sure won, didn't he?
Well, it's now 2-1 in favor of Red. Obviously, aSh gets the first win there on the board with that win from Radley. So we'll be back in a few minutes with game number 3. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Well, I was playing an EGM fight night, and it just so happens in round 1 I played up against Terra. I've always said that I have bad micro, but this was on another level. StarCraft released 20 years. Ah! Okay guys, we are back with some more STPL action. We're about to head into game number 4 with Red 2-1 up against aSh, and that's going to lead us into our 4th game, which if you checked in the top middle before, you would have seen it would have been between LML, and I've actually forgotten what it said, and I can also see it on my screen, but let's introduce them one by one. We'll learn who it is together. LML has not played a single game in the STPL, so nothing to talk about there. I don't really know how he plays. If someone in chat knows him, I see that someone said he's one of your oldest Brood War friends, so if you've got any hints as to how this game might go, send them our way. And he's going to be up against Art of Turtle, who is another person who hasn't played in STPL, but I've known him for a very long time. He started off long ago in playing in D-Rank Team League with me back on OC Cup, but unlike me, he actually got a lot better, a lot faster, and yeah, he's not CPL level anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
So
See, you've heard of multi-level marketing, which is MLM. This is clearly a multi-level marketing, which is the exact opposite of multi-level marketing, where you buy all of your own things from all of your friends. It's like a reverse pyramid scheme. I can't say pyramid. It's like a reverse triangle-shaped scheme.
The funny thing is, like, to me, multi-level marketing sounds worse than pyramid scheme. Like, it sounds more dodgy somehow, but yeah, we're going to be heading into New Outlier. We have only had 1 or 2 games on this so far in the SCPL. One of them was a PvP, and Shaylin took down Randir, so she did a really good job there. But let's get into game number 4. Those last few games were quite long, so let's see how LML is going to do up against Art of Turtle. Okay, starting us off here in the bottom left-hand corner, we do have the brown Protoss even fighting for red. It's going to be LML.
And his opponent in the, what color did we decide this was? Malachite is Art of Turtle. Google that color. It's the exact color. I promise. I went into so I screenshotted a picture of this color in StarCraft Brood War,
Oh,
and
then
then
put it
I
in like
went
color picker
into
or something.
yeah, I went into MS Paint and I droppered it, and then I looked at the hex sign, so it's hashtag whatever in hexadecimal,
Yeah.
that they use to like get the really precise color. And then I put that into Google, and it comes out as malachite. So checkmate, atheists.
We've finally figured it out. Now, if only we can work out, like, what the difference between some of the colors are. Like, that weird cream color that looks kind of off-white isn't quite pink. Like, no one can really decide. Yeah. I mean, this is a 3-player map, so I don't think this is going to go on as long as Eriador versus Dreamer did, just because it is a lot easier to kind of stop the map from splitting, because one other player will get the extra gas from the other main. But we do have the spawning pool coming up here for Art of Turtle. He's actually going for 9 pool on 1 base, so no second hatchery just yet. So this could be the fastest game this series if this works, but he is up against a Forge.
Oh, the Forge, the bane of the Zerg existence. When was the last time you saw a cannon rush, Kicks?
Well, I don't actually think, like, that's one build I've never seen in the STPL somehow. Not even gonna lie.
I was thinking about that because it's actually so doable on maps like this, because there's so much space behind the mineral lines. You can do that so easily, but nobody ever checks for it because nobody does that terrible, terrible build. But that's when builds like this are so doable, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, you know what, there's 103 people in the stream right now, like, watching. I'm glad you guys are hopefully all enjoying it. I'm gonna ask you a little bit of trivia now. STPL Season 1 lasted for 15 months, and we also had some show matches in between as well. How many games do you think has actually been played overall, and we haven't had a single cannon rush? I'll be interested to see some ballpark figures, yeah.
Because, like, the number of games is actually insane. If you guys say, like, 80 games, I'm like, okay, well, you know, come on. Are you even trying? So 15 months of games, and we're playing just an insane number of games. Oh, 400. Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah. We're not going to give you any. We're not going to give you any hints, but we've actually got triple hatchery coming up. But I'm going to say 400 is cold. If we did this thing in the UK, I don't.
225 Kelvin. It's just like you're. Ugh, no.
Yeah,
I'll give you a hint. It's more digits than that.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if they do this in America, but like in the UK, like we do this thing where like you're hot or cold depending on how close you are to something. Mm-hmm. So, like I'll go with that. But 1K, it's a little bit warmer. A little bit warmer than 400.
Really? Well, okay, it's warmer, but that's like, oh wow, it's only negative 100 degrees outside. Wow, awesome. It's like yeah. Anyway, there's been a lot of games here. We'll give chat a little bit more time to guess the total number of games that have been played in STPL up until this point. It's high. Okay, 50K games. That's almost closer. It's actually farther away, but it's almost closer.
Yeah, that's too high.
10 million games. Okay, how many games is it, Kicks?
Okay, so we had 1,668 games that were played throughout the STPL, and that was just season 1.
Yeah, almost 2,000 games in just one season. Now, granted, there were 4 rounds within that. Oh, nice one, Mind Flayer. Wow, you're so good at guessing. But yeah, almost 2,000 games, actually insane. And even though this season is going to be a little bit shorter, we should still be able to crack 2K easily. So very excited for a new season to help us increase that number. But basically all we're trying to say is, how has nobody cannon rushed in that many games? Come on.
Now the interesting thing as well is there's been that many games now. There's not going to be 1,600 games this time because the season isn't going to last 15 months. But we are still going to add to that total a little bit, and I think even with like BSL doing best of 5s and best of 3s a lot, I think in one season of STPL we may have had more games played than BSL has had in 7 seasons. Like
than every season of BSL.
That goes to show how crazy it was. Like there was like 14 to 16 teams most of the rounds. All of them were playing best of fives, obviously best of ones. And yeah, it's just insane. Now, LML is going to chase away this Overlord. It's not going to be able to kill it. He doesn't... Wait. Okay, for a second I got my colors mixed up and I was like, how did LML get Dragoon in Art of Turtle's base? Like, that's how crazy that would have been. But yeah, we've got the Hydra upgrades coming in. Now, one thing to note is I did say he went for this easy third hatchery. He can't get any units out from there because it's actually blocked in by these minerals, so he's not going to be able to Hydra Rush with this base.
Well, I got a meme real fast. There we go. Never mind. All right. This is why you guys should watch chat live, because if you're watching the YouTube bot a year from now, you won't get to see my amazing meme. Anyway, you're right. Not only does Art of Turtle not have a Dragoon in LML space, but he also can't do anything because there's 3 cannons at the front door.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he'll need a little bit more once these Hydras start to hit, but he's actually going Lurkers. Nice.
Yeah, Lurkers, they're going to be good on this map. It's going to be difficult. Obviously, you do have these small ramps, which you're going to be able to defend. And if you defend that small ramp, you get another gas. And more gas is more fun. So, looks like we could have a little bit of a longer game. Obviously, we have passed that dreaded 6-minute curse mark. So we're heading into uncharted territory here.
It's actually been quite a long time since I have seen Outlier. I love how you call it Neo Outlier and not Outlier like 1.3, I think it is. Whatever, because I think that's what they called it in ASL. It's like Outlier and then the version number, or just Outlier.
Outlier wasn't in ASL.
Yeah, it was. It was a million seasons ago.
Huh, I don't remember it being ASL Season 1, but maybe it was. But it is Neo Outlier. It was called Neo Outlier in Pro League as well, so... This was actually one of the final, like, professionally made Brood War maps until now, obviously. It was made by... I think it may have been Earth Attack, but I might be wrong on that, but it was made specifically for the SK Planet Pro League Season 2, which was kind of like the weird hybrid Pro League they did, which I know a lot of people were disappointed with, but it still did lead to some really, really cool games, so...
Okay, I'll find this information one of these days. Anyway, back to the game at hand.
Yeah, just to quickly answer Fusajirai in chat, it's not actually Rapid typing and casting at the same time. It's actually one of Rapid's many chat bots that are sort of set to auto-meme.
Hey! Hey! None of those giving away secrets on stream kicks.
Oh, whoops.
I've got to have my trades. How could you? I trusted you with that information.
Oh man, I feel bad now, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. You'll get smarter with it. It won't be as obvious.
Shh, it's a secret. Okay. So finally, Protoss breaking out of his little base. Although I'm always confused when I watch Protoss players do that, because you can just mine out that tiny little mineral patch with 4 probes. Or actually, I guess it takes a few probes to mine that. It's 40 minerals, but and then just take the base to the north, because it's also farther away from the Zerg, which is kind of what you want.
Yep, he's essentially skipped a probe over there. He knows there's no drops or anything like that coming. His Corsair's done a relatively good job scouting. But as I say that, there is actually going to be a Lurker drop heading towards his natural. Let's see what this can do.
I love it. I just saw drop complete, and instantaneously 2 Overlords lured up with 5 with 4 Lurkers. They're lured up because they got Lurkers in the Overlords, the Overlords.
Okay, so one's... oh my god, one is not destined for life. It's flying straight into the Corsairs and 2 cannons, so that's going to be unfortunate. Yikes. And there's actually going to be a double Reaver drop coming in over here into the main base of Art of Turtle, so...
Alright, hold on to your butts. This is it. Here we go.
Lurker's in the main, Reaver's in the main.
Clench with me. Oh, there are Lurkers in the main.
Yep. Okay, the Reavers have been dropped off. Let's see how much damage they can do. There's not actually that many drones here, so it's not going to do as much. But let's have a look at the Lurkers. They're actually running into a cannon, unfortunately. But look how many probes are here. If he gets here, how is he going to deal with this?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the probes in the main. The pain of
10 kills on this Lurker, and it's not dead either. The Reavers are being evacuated. There was an attempt at a bust at the front. The cannons have actually gone down as well. Art of Turtle doing a really good job breaking his way forward. The LML is doing a relatively good job trying to hold on, but he can't mine from his main anymore. And the Robo support bay is actually in trouble. Oh, but there's actually... Oh, okay, I thought there was another big drop in the top right, but it's actually the Corsairs.
Yeah, in the middle of the map, there was the sickest Hydra versus Zealot fight, where he microed 3 Hydras with 1 HP to kill Zealots. But oh no, more Overlords getting hunted down. Oh, the Carnage, the Travesty, upper right, they're all dead. Okay, well, his Corsair hit squad is actually doing quite a good job. It's actually going to catch 2 more Overlords down here as well. This is really going to supply block Art of Turtle. He's 68 out of. Okay, he just popped a bunch more Overlords.
Yeah, but he's still supply blocked. Oh, and
yeah.
another
they
2
popped
over.
right in front of the Corsairs.
Oh, that's really
No!
unfortunate. Okay, it looks like he is going to save them this time. He's finally out the supply block, but the problem is, like, how are you going to deal with this? I almost feel like building these into lurkers would be a good idea. But we've already got another cannon back here, so he's not going to lose any probes this time. LML hasn't actually started mining from his 3rd base yet, though. He's been so distracted with everything else that's going on, it's kind of difficult to do. And I mean, Turtle's trying to hold on, but he's still in a relatively good position. Like, he's not that far behind in supply. And huge thanks to Bonneth for the raid. Hopefully your stream went okay, man. And you're tuning into, like, probably one of the craziest series we've had in terms of length. So we've still got another series to go after this.
There are Reavers and Shuttles here, so all of the Bonneth viewers will feel right at home.
Oh yeah, it's like they never left. I was gonna say Bonneth is gonna.
Bonneth play in STPL, but
yeah, I was gonna say Bonneth is gonna probably be in the next series, but then I remembered he switched to Souls, so he's not playing for Net Wars anymore.
yeah, what's up with that? Okay, you get famous from being on the Polish powerhouse team, and then you just. I can't believe it.
Oh, nice Reavers.
Top 10 anime betrayals, but also, holy cow, all those dead drones.
Okay, I mean, these Reavers, do they have the damage upgrade? It's so hard to see if, like, Reavers got upgrades. They're never not building Scarabs. It's so frustrating trying to cast. But looks like another Overlord's gonna go down.
Kill everything anyway. So it's like, oh no, now you kill everything more. Aha!
Yeah. It's like, oh, you thought one-shotting drones wasn't bad enough? How about we add some more damage?
Yeah, how about you 0.5 shot them? Haha! Like, that's not how it works, my dude. But anyway. I love that this game is just like massive drop versus massive drop. I want to see another one of those crazy lurker drops. And oh,
there's
by the
4
way,
lurkers,
here it goes.
or 4 lurker
8
Overlords,
lurkers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all going to
4
go into the main.
times
Oh
2
no,
is 8.
the Observer, it spotted it. Where are
Yep,
the Corsairs?
and,
oh, and there's another. Okay, that's a empty Overlord.
Okay, I would just go up to the north base. Oh no! No, not like this. He's gonna be forced to poop out all of those lurkers. They're gonna run right in here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, the Reaver's going to do so much.
Oh my
does
god!
have
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, he didn't target fire the probes, but he's still doing massive damage. Kills off the Reaver.
Yeah, but look how quickly the lurkers die. Like, that's insane. Perfect defense there by LML. I mean, he did lose some. Oh, okay. I keep thinking there's more Overlords coming in with drops, but they're just empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, LML's pretty good at at defending against lurkers, but what he needs to do is have 3 friends also defend against lurkers, and then get those 3 friends to have
Oh,
3
the
more
shuttle!
friends defend against lurkers. Anyways, the shuttle. Oh.
Okay,
That
there's
was
some
really
dead
close.
Hydras.
Yeah. But now we're going to see a lot more dead Hydras.
Yeah, and he can even focus down the evolution chambers now.
Yeah.
Okay, the Corsairs are killing more Overlords as well. LML, like, he may have quite a big bank right now, but he has done so much damage with just so few units. It's crazy.
Well, the reason LML has such a big bank is because he got 3 of his friends to also help him play StarCraft. And then those 3 friends got 3 more friends to play StarCraft. This is going to be the best joke. I'm so excited for more of this.
Okay, well, looks like, I mean, LML might be a little bit more active this season as well, because he did get added in the last season, I think, but didn't play a game, so it'll be kind of cool to see how he's doing. He's apparently a really old school player, so kind of like adding on to the likes of Erlingho and Doko from IRK, and Age as well, who's played since Vanilla, so kind of cool. But we've got another drop coming in, but the Overlord is actually going to die. It was just it was a single Hydra that's now morphing into a Lurker.
I love it. That's the sickest drop, man. You don't have time to morph the lurker first, so you just pick up the...
Yeah, you just pick up the Hydra and go. I mean, the trouble is, like, his overlords just haven't been able to do anything. And we've got a load of Hydras at the top of the map. Like, maybe they can break through the temples, but eventually they're going to get scouted. And there's so many +1/1 zealots that this amount of Hydras isn't going to do anything. And, I mean, the Lurker actually managed to kill a probe that tried to run through, I think. But, yeah.
No, I think it had to kill when it was a Hydra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a hidden probe now. Turtle is taking another base in the middle of the map. This does have a gas. It is a full gas as well, so while LML is playing the outside game as such, he's gonna... Oh, he's actually gonna try and secure this other main. Like, if he can do this, Turtle is gonna be in so much trouble.
Yeah, I mean, already, none of these drops have really done a lot of damage, except for that one drop in the main, but even then, I mean, the main's just gonna last longer now, haha!
Yep. And this is pure cannon man right now. He's just getting all the cannons, because why not?
Well, also, next to the cannons is pure Zealot, man. That's 2 control groups of Zealots, guys.
This is the embodiment of Reach. Like, Reach assumed direct control of LML for this game, and he's like, no, you're gonna build nothing but Zealots. That's it. Zealots, Reavers, and Corsairs.
Yeah.
Why would you need anything else?
And the Zealots are still 1-1. Like, that's a true Reach commitment. That guy would get 1-1 on his Zealots faster than any other Protoss player, and then he would never get +2. Well, sometimes because he would win the game. But
yeah.
You know.
A lot of the
also
times.
Want to point out, consistent Overlord killing. He was supply blocked again there for a second. He's always out here patrolling, trying to catch these Overlords riding dirty.
Okay, well, the cannons are going down at this third base, but the Reavers are going to come in, and the looks like the Lurker must have died because the Lurker just disappeared. I mean, all the Hydras are running away. They're going to try and snipe this gas. You can already see this Reaver just consistently doing so much damage all the time.
Man, Reavers versus Zerg. Name a better duo. This is just working so well. And I just...
There's no storm yet. Well, at least there's not been a single storm in this game so far. Like, he's been relying entirely on Corsair Reaver, and it has done an incredibly good job for him.
I'm waiting for like the Zerg player to try to fight this because everything will die instantly.
Oh, there's a storm.
Look at that storm. I know it's maybe not the greatest storm, but like, you know, it's getting the job done. You know, but as soon as anything tries to happen, Zealots are gonna tank for infinity years, and then
it's 3-1 against 1-1 at least for the Hydras, but there's so much splash damage that it just becomes harder and harder. Now, one thing I'm just gonna very quickly check for: there is Hive, so Adrenaline should be finished. So we are going to see the Lings moving in with these Hydralisks, but the Storm is just going to be too good, surely. And there we go.
Yeah, one insane. Oh my god. Oh, Kicks. Oh god. Oh, Kicks, make it stop. I mean, he doesn't have infinite Storm. I actually think he's out of Storm at this point. He didn't actually have Khydarian Amulet, so the Templar are not banking Infinity Storm. And these 3-1 or 3-2 Hydras are actually killing everything. That's crazy.
The funny thing is the High Templar were trying to go into an Archon, but the Zealots were in the way, so they couldn't. But more Storm coming in. Art of Turtle's army is just completely getting decimated here. And once again, we kind of reset. Both of them traded a little bit of army. Obviously, LML is in a big advantage, at least ground-wise. But the upgrades are still in favor of Turtle. And, oh my god.
I'm very proud of you for using the word decimated perfectly correctly. He reduced his army down to 1/10 of its former size.
Yep.
Like, wow. That's what he did. That's really cool. He didn't kill the army. He didn't kill everything. He just reduced it down to 1/10 of its size. Perfect usage of the word decimate. That's my little pet peeve because everybody uses that to mean completely annihilated.
Yeah,
but it's
not true.
That's just not what it means.
There is a huge drop, by the way, going into the bottom now. That's going to go towards the main. But there's still... where are the Corsairs? Here they are. There's still 6+1 Corsairs, so...
I'm waiting.
If he finds
this... Here we go.
Oh my god, there's 2 observers as well. They're going to spot...
Oh no! Oh no, they stopped! He's not going to see the drop!
But does it matter?
He misses this drop.
He's sending all of his army in this drop. There's going to be nothing to defend.
Shh, Kicks. Shh. No. Nothing matters except this drop.
That's a good point.
I don't care if he loses the game instantly after this. This needs to happen.
Yeah, this is the big hype moment. Let's see if he can make this happen. Obviously...
Why are there no...
Oh, he's actually pulling his army back. He's seen it.
Wait, how did he see it? How did he see it?
Oh, he
I think
saw
he
a
saw-
single Overlord, and he just
Yeah,
must
there
have
was
assumed.
one Overlord moving, but he's not going to know that it's all the Overlords. And here we go. Dropping him
Oh,
out.
he needs to spread out, though. That. Oh my god, if he storms that,
Oh,
there's
no.
going to be so many dead lurkers.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
please
are all
move.
clumped up. The Hydras are actually doing a decent job of catching the Corsairs out there.
Okay, there's a storm.
Yeah, there's no splash damage to take out the
No, the.
Oh,
my goodness.
Oh, no. The carnage, the humanity. I mean, I guess they're Protoss, but anyway, everything here is going to get cleaned up.
Until supply blocked again, losing all those Overlords, he just... LML is in such a good position now. It looks like he's trying to send some Hydras into the 4th base here to try and break his way in, but he can't. He can kill this
lurker
Forge,
parade.
though. Oh my goodness. He's setting up lurker lines, that's it. Who needs PvT?
Hold position for a second or
We've got
something. I don't know.
CVP, that's it.
What am I watching? Oh my god, he only ever clumps up his lurkers. Like,
Yeah, when they get stormed as well.
Oh,
Oh no,
God.
kill the Forge! Oh my god, he's actually killed all the cannons at this base with so few Hydralisks. He's gonna be able to take down the Nexus. What the hell?
What?
Okay,
What?
LML is so good in
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Oh,
there's a
he's got a Reaver, yeah. He doesn't
Yeah,
have the
I mean, he
Reaver
doesn't-
upgrade though. Oh,
no,
and the
he
Reaver doesn't have any
He's gonna
Scarabs.
Kill the Reaver! Ah, my eyes!
Hero Hydras, man. Oh my god. He's gonna try and build a Lurker Egg there. Nope. That's the DT stopping that. But oh my god, more Hydras coming in. More storms going down. The Corsairs even flying into the storm. Turtle's got to be on his last leg, surely. He's got a little bit of a bank still. And he's got mining bases. But he can't dent LML. Like, he can't do any significant damage anywhere.
Like, drops are not the way, my dude. Like, let's just call it quits, alright? You tried. You get a solid, you tried trophy. But, like, the drops are not the way, okay? We gotta slow it down on the drops. Just macro. Build cracklings, okay? Like, that's the solution here.
You know what we need? And, like, I'm unironically saying this. I believe we need Guardians. Like, if he scourges these Corsairs... Okay,
No,
he got one.
That did not happen.
But
Alright, I don't think we need Guardians anymore, Kicks.
Guardians, there's so much dead space on this map. Look at this area here. Like, what do you do? The Guardians can attack 2 bases and you can't attack them. Like, get a couple of Devourers in there, and all of a sudden, Great Aspire is a great choice. Pun not intended, but yeah, there's no Great Aspire on the way yet.
Yeah, actually, Devourers would be fantastic if they weren't infinitely expensive. A lot of Hydras dying for free in the middle of the map. But yeah, they do point-blank AoE with their splash from their spores, so if you have pumped-up Corsairs, that's a great way to do it. But I think we are just moments away from LML kind of steamrolling across the map, right? Like, he's gonna kill all these Zerg units with Reavers, right?
You'd think so.
Turn around, fire, and boom goes the dynamite. Yep, there it is.
Oh, one of the Reavers go down there. That's a little bit sloppy there by LML, but another load of Overlords are gonna go down.
That's right. Oh, Reaver dropping the main. It's not doing anything, but it's there.
Well, it's
Kill
killing the eggs. Like, that's actually a big deal. Like, Turtle needs as many units as he can get. Oh my god. He kills the Reaver
Okay.
somehow, and all the
Ow.
all the Lynx die. Lynx are just so good, man. That's it. And look, another Overlord going down. He does have the 6 o'clock base now. And this is 100% going in to be possibly the longest STPL series in history. We've been going at it for 2.5 hours now, and we're still going.
How is what?
Every game has
That's
been
2.5
crazy.
This is only game 4. Like,
Yeah.
You can have an ace match after this.
I mean, it's looking like LML is holding on, like, but every engagement, Turtle is doing such a good job. Like, I don't
How is he
understand.
trading this cost effectively? He literally lost 1 million supply through doing drops that didn't work, and now he's killing everything. I'm like,
Yeah. Wait, why are those Archons just not killing that single Hydra? If that Hydra kills the Archon there, that'd be so funny.
Yeah, I do think LML is obviously in a fantastic position. He's 100 supply up, basically.
Another drop
and
coming.
Yeah, if this drop does well, then I could believe it. But he's got to save this 6 o'clock base. I think he's going to do that with these Hydras. But getting the infrastructure back up down there is going to be pretty rough. And plus, there's this gigantic Protoss army in the middle of the map. There are no defilers. Correct me if I'm wrong. I did not. Oh yeah,
I
there
saw
is.
one.
Okay,
One died earlier. I think he did build a couple more. Yeah, there's one at the third, well,
yeah, he's got
fourth
one at
base,
the
I guess.
third. So, I mean, honestly, you plague this Protoss army, I'm feeling the comeback. The 12 o'clock base is getting shut down, so that's obviously pretty good. Well, before it's a base, basically. Distance finding with some probes. And
Yeah.
he's actually going to be able to kill the observer. Yeah. So one less of those is obviously pretty good. Kills the second
Another
observer.
one.
That's a nice snipe.
Yeah, because now we can't deal with the lurkers, so...
That's actually beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, nice
Now he's gonna
sniping.
be able to kill off these zealots. Does the Hydras survive? He's killing. Wow, this is actually remarkably
He's killing the
effective.
Corsairs as well. Now's the time. Go for Great Aspire.
He's gonna be able to kill off this Archon with a small hit squad of Hydras at the front of the fourth base.
Nope.
Oh man.
Archons are good.
Okay, yeah, well, they're Protoss units. They also have 103, so or 301, 310, however you want to say it.
Turtle is doing a really good job just pulling LML all over the map. Like, the amount of times we've said LML has got this massive army he's just going to steamroll through, that he's having to run between every single one of his bases all the time. It looks like we are going to have, 2 DT drop in the bottom. 6 o'clock, there's no Overlord. There's one just out of picture, but if that doesn't get over soon... Oh my god, he's... Oh, 2 Overlords spawned. Perfect timing. That was
Nice.
planned.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
but a
planned.
Reaver.
Except now there's a Reaver. Ah! He's like, can we pause the game, please?
Just as the Reaver
It's
comes
a-
in, like, oh damn.
He used his phone a friend lifeline. It's like, all right, Joe, there's a Reaver in my base.
Yeah, he just
Joe's
called.
like, you know, I read this once. I learned this in college. B. It's like, all right, sick. And it's like, we can unpause the game.
And then his
he
friend
goes,
was
"B."
wrong.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
friend was definitely wrong there. Oh no! Oh, the drone's trying to take on him. It's not gonna work.
You know what would be really sick? If he used his Overlord to micro the drones so he wastes all the scarabs. Like, that'd be crazy. These lurkers
That
are
would be
still alive at 12, by the way. And the shuttle gets away. Oh my god, the interception. Oh, he's a little bit too far over.
Ah! Oh my god! It escapes with 4 HP. That's insanity.
Now it's
Oh,
dead, but I think so is Turtle here. There's just so many Protoss units.
Yeah, beautiful storms. This is just gonna be rough. Yeah, this is what happens when a maxed out Protoss army takes on 85 supply of Zerg.
Yeah,
Not gonna cut it.
and the funny thing
3-3
about-
Hydras are 3-3 Hydras, right? The Storm is Storm too, so
Yeah.
boom goes the dynamite.
LML's army here as well is kind of like the people that go to the McDonald's drive-thru and they can't really decide what they want. So like, and they end up getting one of everything. So looks like he is going to break through this fourth base. There's no mining. The hatchery actually went down at the bottom. GG. Turtle taps out and LML takes the win for Red.
Wow. Okay, that makes it a 3-1 victory for Red over
Yep.
aSh. aSh with that valiant comeback, that Radley game that I'm not sure needed to exist, but I'm happy it did. What a series, coming in at almost exactly 2.5 hours. Kicks.
Yep. That's crazy. One of the
Why do
longest
we do
series
it?
we've had. We do it out of love for the game, man. And hopefully all the
why?
people in chat like it as well, because it's fun. Yeah, we had a 3-1 victory. That's going to be a good start to Red's career in STPL Season 2. If you were looking at STPL Season 1 and you saw these lineups, you'd think, yeah, Red's probably going to win. But you know what? Every single game, aSh put up a really good fight. And it could have gone differently today. Like Dreamer versus Eriador, that was a crazy game. Cryok versus Hit'em was a little bit... I don't even want to say that was one-sided. It's just Cryok kind of outpositioned Hit'em. So... that was so close. Like, one of the closest series I've probably ever casted.
Yeah, that was actually insane. Whew. What a crazy day of games, and it's only halfway done.
Yeah.
There's still one more incredible series coming up. IRK versus NetWars is next, and it's the sickest. Oh my god, it's going to be so good.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's go to a quick break. I definitely need to get a drink after that series, and I clicked the wrong button there, but yeah, see you guys soon.